Okay, already go. Is there gonna be a senior murdered? Or is a senior gonna murder me? Am I gonna get kidnapped? Do you think someone will kidnap me? Like, I think I will be a nuisance to the kidnappers. They will be like, okay, fine, I'll let you go. You're so annoying. I don't know why, but like sideways I move quicker. For some reason. I'm not passing shit, by the way. You still don't have a normal face. You know, everything will be okay. This is like a maze that I have to follow. And now again. You again. Hello. Do you ever dream of yourself, but not really you? Dude, just let's stop knocking. Just talk to ask creepy nonsense. I can help it. Some things are important to know before it's too late. Normally I don't speak at all. Too late to tell what's real and what isn't. Okay, well, just leave already. Fine, fine. Just ignore your reflection tonight. This. Yeah, look, before you go comment, yeah, I know there are two of mine on the screen, but, and I know I was in my main outfit last week, that sort of stuff, but, hear me out. I know there are two of mine on the screen, and that's particularly with one reason, as you can see. The reason is, yes, you're not looking wrong, my booba is bigger, and why do I say that? The current booba size that I have now is the size that I wanted to apply to V3, but I am in a conflict basically with myself. I have a lot of outfits, as you know, and I don't want to update all of them because I strongly was like, if I do version 3, then version 3 would be, you know, the bigger booba size and everything, or every outfit after that will get that booba size basically. But I also think, like, if I go to like a bigger booba and back and forward with smaller booba and that sort of stuff, that would look weird, basically. You know what I mean? Basically, if I like, if I change my second one, like this is how I would look pregnant and that sort of stuff, because I'm gonna do like 2 videos non-pregnant and one looking pregnant, basically. But, like, let me show you the difference, basically, so that you have a better idea, understanding. Because the thing is, like, my question to you basically is actually, yeah, would you mind if I have a booba size as now in the right one? Well, the previous one is in the left one. And why do I ask that? Because, okay, you know, I know my booba is currently already big in my left size and that sort of stuff, but especially big in the right size. Is this even the correct size? Yeah, that is the correct size. If you compare it to the right size, it looks really, really big. I know. And I know that I am the streamer, I am the content creator, and that sort of stuff. And I know if I want to make content like this, then I should do it. But like I said, I feel like you should have a vote in this too, because you're the people watching me. If numbers turn out to, like, with my current model will bring more viewers than with my right model, because I have a bigger booba size, then I'll go back to my left model. So simple is that, because eventually that will make me grow. And that sort of stuff, if you get me. So my question to you is, would you mind the booba size that I have on the right? And to basically give you the testing idea, I would highly recommend watching my last 3 scary games and this one. And see which one would you like. And I want to know of you in the comments down below, basically, if you mind it. So if you don't mind it, then let me know. So like, I don't mind you having bigger boobas than you currently have and that sort of stuff. And if you do mind it and don't want the bigger booba, Elise, can you explain to me why? So that maybe we can like find a middle way and that sort of stuff. Because on the other hand, I want to go to this size, basically. And I might have to update all my outfits, which requires me to update basically anything regarding the reference sheet, you know, Discord portraits that I made. and that sort of stuff, which in turn can make a great motivation to do like the Twitch redeem and that sort of stuff. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. While you're down there, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and while we're like this, as I said, I will do 1 or 2 games without a pregnant look, basically, and I will do, yeah, like let's just change to the other one. And I will do 1 without with Preggo look. So I will appear once on the left and once or 2 on the right, basically. And yeah, with that, my update is basically done. So my simple question is, do you mind me seeing me as I am on the right or not? I'm gonna screenshot this. This is just like the difference. It's so amazing. Like, do you mind it? If you don't mind it, let me know, as I said. But yeah, today, I'm gonna just be like this, or I'm gonna do it like things. I'm gonna do it like real quick and that sort of stuff. Game number 1 is basically Night Knocks. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It's called Night Knocks. The idea of the game is simple, and I hate it. And what do I mean when I hate Night Knocks? The idea is simple, as I said. You're just moved into this apartment, you're having to settle in, you know, you have some moving box. Like, the funny thing is, when I moved into here, like, I didn't unpack everything the first day that I lived here. I did it over a few days too, and that sort of stuff, so... yeah, so... The idea is simple, you just settled in your new house, you want to unpack some stuff and settle in. But you continuously get knocked at the door, until the point... You know, that it becomes, the question is like, does it become annoying? Or is there a bigger threat luring on the horizon in Night Knocks? Because not every knock reveals something sweet of a neighbor asking for a cup of sugar. No. Something reveals terrifying. Less camp. Our second horror game is Less Camp, and the idea is simple. You're a student who's like joined a club, and the club holds every year a test, like going out to a camping, and they in the night do like a few tests, you know, like a sort of like, and you're new to a club basically, and they want to test if you fit to the club. You know, they do like a little like sort of a ritual, basically you could call it, you know, testing if you fit by the club or not, like throwing eggs at you or dumping you at a random location, and you have to find your way back, basically to them. Let's Camp takes the role of this by basically going to the forest, and at night you have to do 3 tests by this. But through the game, you learn that like last year a student went missing, or a student got killed, basically. And what did happen this time as also? Who knows? We'll find out, basically. But like, why do I say this game is almost perfect? Like, it tells the story correctly. The atmosphere around the game and its story is correct. You know, there's a low poly game, so it's not like graphics not too great, but as you expect from a low poly game. But you know what I just missed? The ending. Like, explain why an ending is like bad or good. If there was an explaining to the ending, I think this game will be perfect. I'll call it a 10 out of 10. And that sort of stuff. But yeah, would you join me in opinion on Last Camp? Well, join for a camping trip as we go to game number 2. And you know, I know how to break stuff, as always, and that sort of stuff. Why do I say that? Well, game number 3 basically goes into the idea of nanny. Well, as I said, I am the goddess of reproduction, basically, so I get pregnant of other species, fire species, insects, basically. I have eggs laid inside me, you know, I've been pregnant of, like, Rosalina and Lennared, and that sort of stuff. And even if I, like, you know, produce as many offspring as I can, I still need some children from time to time, so, or I need like a break, and with that break, a nanny is really handy. This game, its story is like clear at the end, but yeah, I'm gonna say it, this game, like, I think there's AI art in this game. I am not 100% sure, so I'm not gonna make any allegations, because I'm not an artist, so, like, as you will hear in the game, like, I sometimes scroll to Twitter, and I see people, like, claiming that something is AI, and then you're gonna look into, like, the comments, you know, you're gonna look at the image and be like, why is this AI? And then you're gonna look in the comments, and you see people pointing, like, little details out that you see over their head, and they'd be like, oh, so, yeah, I'm no AI, like, I'm no artist expert, so I might be wrong with it, and I don't want to accuse someone of it, because it might be that I'm wrong, and that sort of stuff, and accusing someone of that is really reputational damage, basically, and that sort of stuff. So yeah, but just judge for yourself. I'm like, see how the game goes and that sort of stuff. Like, I don't know, I have had questions by the game, like, and I think I was too busy with how the game looked, even on low graphics, than actually enjoying the game and playing the story, because the story is pretty clear at the end, I have to say, and it's like, I didn't get jumped, but yeah, so be it. So that sort of stuff. Yeah, that's just the nanny. If you wanna play that, as I said, if you wanna play that will be game number 3, the nanny. If you wanna play any of the games, they will linked at the top of the video description down below. While you're down there, subscribe and the notification bell. As I said, I'm Preggo release your Vocaloid Vtuber transgender on the internet who has the power to get pregnant and that sort of stuff, or a whole bag of goodies on powers. Thanks to my Royal Mark and my Stellar Genesis Zoom, as they work together and that sort of stuff. So yeah, if you're interested in me, make sure to check out my link tree at the bottom of the video description down below, or at my channel description. In my link tree you can find my Discord in case you want to join that to stay up to date or talk to me. There is also other socials like my Patreon, Twitter, Blue Sky and Instagram. Breathe in, let me take a slug. Let me take a slug of my slushies. And while you're in that link tree, make sure to check out my Patreon, because as I said, I also host a Patreon in case you want to support me more besides subscribing and ring the notification bell. Because I primarily focus on horror and Project Diva. And I do also a lot of other Let's Plays on my channel, because horror, yeah, I could fill the day, but like, I don't think there's also a limit to horror, and there is especially a limit to Project Diva and that sort of stuff. But yeah, if you want to join the shoutout walls that have appeared on screen and that sort of stuff, those people, make sure to check out my Patreon down below. Special thanks to Mr. J and Yuna for joining my Patreon and basically that sort of stuff. I hope you enjoyed the little benefits that you get and that sort of stuff. And yeah, if you want to join it, make sure to check it out. It's like $3 a month, and I know it's an economy worldwide where people don't have a lot of spend, but like, if you want to shout out early access to videos, $3 a month. There are extra goodies if you want more, but no force and that sort of stuff. Make sure to check it out. And with that, I'm gonna say, if you want to play any of the games, links are at the top of the video description. And have an amazing time watching my tale. See you. Right, before I go to game 1, don't forget to let me know if you don't, let me know if you don't mind or do mind. Like, let me know what you think about bigger booba Elise, as you see on the right, and that sort of stuff. I'm here really interested in that, and this video is like a test video, basically. Yeah, so let me know in the comments down below. And with that, let's head out to game number 1. Okay, before we talk, before. Who's that? Who did you let into the apartment? Is that you guys? Is that you? Hold on, let me turn on the lights because I think it's a little too dark here. Yeah. Before you start to yap and go to the comments, with Elise, what happened? Because I know not all of you, I know not all of you will watch the intro. I know last time I did my V2 outfit, or my main outfit at this point, and I know I did that, and I normally try to switch outfits every episode. I was today, what I was gonna do like today? I'm gonna increase the booba size of my outfit to my V3. That is the idea I had for my V3 and or my version 3 outfit. So I'll explain it in the intro better, but I will do one game with while looking pregnant and that sort of stuff, and the other 2 will be done without. And yeah, you're looking good. My eyes are up here. I'm still like I know I'm look, I know I'm supposed to be a pregnant VTuber and that sort of stuff, but like, here, let's see the difference. That's the thing with me. If I appear to be looking pregnant, then they don't look that big, or they look more in tone. If I look pregnant and such. But If I'm not pregnant anymore, as I'm now, then... So yeah, see, like, if you see this, let me know in the comments down below if you don't mind my current booba size. And if you do mind, let me also know, because I'm currently looking, I'm just testing around with version 3 of myself, basically. And this is the booba size I had in mind, because I wanted to increase my booba size. But they are really, really big. So yeah, I have a distraction this episode. But, you know, that knocking should, like, should you keep you distracted of, like, this guy, of your little friendly neighbor. I know there is an update to That's Not My Neighbor on Steam, but I don't think I'm gonna play it. And that sort of stuff, so yeah. The lights off! I just turned the lights on for... You just moved into your new apartment, unpacking and settling in. There is a list of tasks to complete before the place truly feels like home. Clean the house. Like, where's the no sound? Do I? Why is there like no sound to this game? Where's the garbage? Place books, fix the light, do the laundry, prepare food, take a shower, sleep. Is this gonna be like that game where... Is this my food? I don't know, I just throw everything in. I think this is my food. Is that meat? That's meat. Steak recipe. Oh. When is the knocking gonna occur? Like, it's like a bit quiet here. How late is it? It is not 10 minutes past 10, it is like 20 minutes before 10. But yeah, I was like, you know, I was trying a lot because like I was thinking about, like, the thing is like, the reason when I did this, it's the same reason with version 2.5 basically, I increased the booba size once again. And for all the outfits that I had, because it is, I've, like, on the other hand, I want to say, you know, I do version 3, I increase the booba, you know, and I do it for version 3 and... Hello, demon. Oh, hi. Hey there, new guy. I thought I'd come say hello. You just moved in, right? Yeah, I got here yesterday trying to get settled. Nice. This place takes some getting used to, but you fill in hopefully. What that's supposed to mean? Oh, nothing. Just not everyone stays long. Well, I plan to say no reason to leave. We'll see. Okay. Place books. But yeah, like when I increased my booba size for the, like, in version 2, I did that with the reason of like on the other hand, like I said, want to say I do one outfit and after everything after V3 gets increased. Oh, is this the light that I need to fix? And I say, like, on the other hand, I leave it to that. But on the other hand, you get then the idea of, like, one outfit has smaller booba than the others. Which could. But I don't know, that feels weird to me. Do I throw it in? So that's the reason I wanted to try out this today. And, like, I think it's more getting used to. Just like as getting used to not having a belly again. Hello, you again. That's a weird question. Why would you ask if I count the doors? Like asking things. You didn't sound lonely, seem off. Do I maybe just don't know me yet, and maybe I don't want to? That's fair, but you might wish you had later. Is that a threat? Fix the light. That feels like a threat. He's gonna be behind me, isn't he? One, two, three, four. No, 4 doors in my apartment. Do the laundry. Yoink. And now again. You again. Hello. Do you ever dream of yourself, but not really you? Dude, this lady stop knocking, just talk to ask creepy nonsense. I can help it. Some things are important to know before it's too late. Normally I don't speak at all. Too late to tell what's real and what isn't. Okay, well, just leave already. Fine, fine. Just ignore your reflection tonight. This. My reflection tonight. I don't even have a mirror. Right. I need meat in the pan. So I need vegetables. Guy, I'm cooking. Hello. It smells good in there. What are you cooking? Steak? Oh, nice. Can I have some? No. Just a little bit of heat all day. Not my problem. That looks like queso. If I'm not mistaken. Why would you cook on someone's door saying... Why would you cook on someone's door? Saying like, what are you making? Like, what will you, like, why would you cook on someone, like, knock on someone's door, see what you like eating? I have a knife. Same meal, same routine, doesn't feel off. Who's this? Someone who sees what you don't. Stop calling. And will you understand to understand what? That something else is watching too? I have a knife. It's in here. Hello? You know, safety precaution. I kind of like... Hello? Hi. Well, what do you want? You know, I'm locking all my doors. Can I turn off the light? No. Let me guess. I go to sleep and someone was knocking at my door. I swear to God. I'm gonna start throwing knives at people. Do I go out? I got to sleep. Fuck you. Hi. Bad ending. You were straight to bed without checking the house, and your neighbor attacked you in your sleep. Like, bad ending? I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure that is not my neighbor. I'm pretty sure that is a demon, you know? But, who am I to judge? I'm pretty sure that's a demon shape, but okay. Uh, like, I'm pretty sure that's a demon. Like, of course there was a window in the bedroom. There's a window. I wouldn't expect someone to knock at my door, and then climb through my window inside, because that's the only place I would realize. And I'm pretty sure the window was closed, so I had no need to check for a neighbor. And that sort of stuff. But, I'm like this. I'm not gonna lie, I like this. Now, why do I say that? Because what it reminds me of? And I know that is humanity. I don't know why, but like, I don't, it's like a thing of humanity. But when you're not busy, like you're gaming and that sort of stuff, nobody needs you. It's calm. Like, you don't hear any knocks at the door. But the moment you're gonna do something like volunteer work, you're gonna like work on my Discord bot, I'm gonna work on my Discord bot or something, and like I want to focus, ding, ding, knock, 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 And I hate that. And I hate this because the moment you're done something, you're done, you hear knock, 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 knock. You have to go to the door because some idiot is. So I really, really like this. A reminder, if you want to play any of the games that I played today and get the other two endings, make sure to check out the top of the video description while you're down there, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and my tell, see you in game number 2. Why? What is it with the games having no audio today? Like no audio, so audio. Like I'm like a fancy speaking British. I don't know. Yeah, as I told you, in game 2 I will be, appearing pregnant, or just a showcase of how I would look pregnant with these booba size and that sort of stuff. If I'm gonna do this, I have to like update everything. Reference sheets, I have to update everything in the Discord, I have to update every reference sheet that I make. And that might be an idea to like, make a reference sheet for every outfit that I have, which are over 50 outfits. But there might be an idea, if I make a reference sheet for everything, I can make like a reference sheet for every Preggo version and non-Preggo version. I can make a reference sheet for like, for like the redeem on Twitch that I have, that like change look, redeem basically. And that would be an idea to basically, when version 3 released, to reset basically and do everything again. But I'm gonna hate myself for doing that, because it's a lot of work and I don't want to do that. But I thought, work, no, let's chill, let's go camping. And it was called Last Camp, I don't know why we have to see that. I'm just an ordinary student. I passed studency, I think. I was pregnant when I was on college and it was something. Someone who doesn't want to stand out too much or get involved in any trouble at school. To be honest, I never wanted to join any club, but since it was mandatory, I had no choice but to become a member of one. For the past few months, we have undergone rigorous training, learning the skills and discipline required to be part of this club. And now, the moment of truth has finally arrived. You know what's funny? Like, I'm not gonna say this is like what I'm gonna be claiming, but like, that I'm bad at spelling and grammar. And I often use ChatGPT to correct my spelling, grammar, or, ask to make it like more formal and that sort of stuff. And what I often notice is that ChatGPT does these 2 lines, And I thought there was a way to AI talk. Because I was talking with family and friends, and they said that actually people really quickly notice if your letter is written by AI, basically your motivation letter and that sort of stuff. Which might be, I don't know, might explain a lot. But like, one thing I noticed were these 2 lines, but then okay, you think it's an AI thing, but then I start to notice other games. Like, you start to notice it comes forward in like other games as well. And it makes sense because if other games do stuff like that, those two lines, then AI will take it over. So, but like, and it's funny because it's like I don't know why, but like it starts to note. I start like you notice like the little small thing. But besides that, I don't say this is AI generated. I'm not. It might be AI corrected because like I do that too. But I don't say that is the way, and I'm not gonna claim it. It was funny that I see this that AI like ChatGPT does this a lot. So I find that always funny. And I will determine whether we can become official members. Today, our efforts will be put to the test, and only those who pass will earn their place in the club. In the anti-AI club. Why did you call player? Don't you have a name? Is this the way to the camp? Oh yeah, follow the path. Follow the leader, follow the gun. Like I'm pressing E. Like I asked some people say my booba is now too big, but that's already with the previous version. But I think it's now that I look at it, like I think it's just a part of getting used to it and that sort of stuff. So, hello, Alfred. Hey, finally you are here. We've been waiting for you in a while. Why did you late? Why did you late? It might be possible, as I said in the beginning, that it might be corrected or, to translate, because not everyone is a native English speaker, and I understand that. Because why did you late is like, it's like, why are you late? And that sort of stuff. So, it might be because English is not the native language, and as I said, I suck at spelling and grammar, so. Let's have a good talk to Hugo. He already asking about you since I was here. He already asking. He already asking about you since I was here. He already asked about you since I was here. I feel mean doing that. Like, I feel mean. I feel mean now doing that. Like, finding you here, I thought you'd be scared to come. Excuse me, I'm not a 7-year-old kid anymore. Haha! Alright, since you're here, let's already prepare for this tent and campfire. But the wood for the campfire is not enough yet. Can you find 5 woods? Fine, I'll do your dirty work. Let the Preggo girl do the dirty work. Really? What for a loser are you? That you can't carry more than 1 plank of wood? I've been pregnant with many species, like water species, insects, and that sort of stuff, and even while being pregnant, I could do more than you can. I'm gonna be a weirdo. People are gonna probably say I'm a weirdo. Oh, and they probably already did, and I'll be like, you just now noticed? There should be 3. Can I cap these woods? No. You have to go farther back. I don't see any more wood. Did I do everything already? No. Which means there must be 1 more wood that I missed. Also, how do you think the Switch 2 will do? I still see a lot of people pre-ordering and being hyped about it. And I think that's something about the price. Like, Mario, there's 2 things that I find a bit weird about the Switch 2. And it makes me a bit worried about the future of gaming. As some ordinary gamers said it well. Like $80 for a Switch game. Like $80 for Mario Kart. I know a lot of people get it in a bundle, which I think, but still $80. That's like a lot for a Switch game in this community, in this time and age. And I'm probably not gonna buy a Switch. I was thinking about it, since, content creation channel, I do games on the Switch. Thanks. Where's the senior? They haven't come? Nope. Senior always been the senior, do whatever they want. And come whatever they want. Come on, don't say like that, you're late to ride. Yeah. Looks like Alfred wants to talk with you. I don't care what Alfred wants. Like, the price is one thing that works because if it's now a start and people keep buying it, Nintendo's like, oh, you know, we can make more. But you know what I find the most weirdest stuff about the Switch 2? I know if you buy a game on Steam, you have to download it, you know, and that sort of stuff. But if, like, you know how you normally could go to a store, you buy a Nintendo Switch game, you have the cartridge, you put that on your Switch, and you can directly play it. No. People said you should support this and defend this. I don't think I should, because, like, if I go to a store and I buy a physical game, you know, I want to buy a cartridge or the game is on. I don't want to buy a cartridge with a license on it to go home and wait another 2 hours before I can download it. Who thought, I know game development and piracy is a problem, but, like, who thought, like, let's go to a store, it's a good idea, you know, to buy a game, to go to home and download it. If I want to buy a game in a store, then, you know, I'm going to buy the game in a store and I want to play it when I get home. I don't want to wait for another 2 hours to download. But yeah, I'm probably not going to play on the Switch too, so, you know, just my opinion from interest what it looks. Because I think, like, on the other hand, I think the Switch 2 will do well, but I don't think it will do as much good as the Switch 1. And I strongly believe the Switch 1 only did well because of Corona and that sort of stuff. You know, I heard a rumor that said last year during this test one of the seniors went missing, and he's never found. Is that real? I just heard it, maybe you can ask Hugo, he felt in last year's test, right? Can I ask you something? Yeah, what is it? You failed in last year's test, right? Yeah, that's right. Is it true that last year there was a missing senior during the test? Yes, also because of him, I was failed. What do you mean? I mean, because he's missing, the test is cancelled and the leftover contestants were failed. Let's forget about Justin, just wait. Finally, the seniors arrived at dusk and gave us instructions before the test. The rules are simple. We had to move from post to post and go to a test at each one. In the end, they will decide whether we were worthy of becoming members or not. And finally, it was my turn. I was the last person to be tested. They blindfolded me and led me to an unknown location, where they removed the blindfold, and all I could see was complete darkness and an endless void stretching in every direction. The silence was suffocating, and for a moment I felt completely alone. I can move. Alright, finally, it is my turn. I have to get to the first post now. This way, I assume? Is this like a drop-off? Yeah, like, I still also think the Switch only did well because of, like, Corona. It indeed massively boosts the Switch, Corona. You know, it might have done well without Corona, but... Why do I move sideways quicker than... But yeah, like, I don't know how the Switch 2 will do, to be honest. Ew, the last contestant, is that right? Yes, senior. What's your name again? Liam, senior. Good, first question for you. If there is a meeting for this club and also you have work, which one would you choose? Probably I'd choose to finish my work first. So you don't care about this club? Is that what you learned from us? No, senior. Then why? Next question. What principles we must have? We must have discipline, teamwork, and hard work. Good. Now go to the next post. Okay, already go. Is there gonna be a senior murdered? Or is a senior gonna murder me? Am I gonna get kidnapped? Do you think someone will kidnap me? Like, I think I will be a nuisance to the kidnappers. They will be like, okay, fine, I'll let you go. You're so annoying. I don't know why, but like sideways I move quicker. For some reason. I'm not pressing shift, by the way. Yeah, about that. And you know it's a senior trying to scare me, okay? Just scare that Preggo girl with the big boobs. Hey. Where's the senior? Is this the right post, huh? Probably should back to the first post. Hi. Sorry for shocked you. I just came back from answering nature's call, huh? Can I ask you first, Senior? What's that? Is there the truth that last year during the test there was a missing student? Why is that? Who told you? Ha, of course it is just a rumor. Don't mind it, you'll be okay. So let's jump to the test, it's simple. I put 4 clues in the graveyard ahead. You have to find and crack the code. If you already cracked the code, tell me the code then. Remember, the code just contains 4 digits. Where's the graveyard? Is the graveyard up ahead? Hello. Where's the graveyard? Was it up? He said up ahead, so I assume. Yeah, goodbye, loser. Ah, the graveyard up ahead. 4 clues, 4 digits. There were 4 of us in the scout club who went to the camp. So I assume that's a 4. While we were sleeping exactly 3 o'clock, we heard a creepy whisper. So 3. Of course, this is gonna jump scare me. Watch it. Told you. The whisper said the 6 of you will not be safe here. Is that the last one? No. We arrived at the campsite at 9 o'clock and immediately set up our tent. So, is it 9463? Based on the story. Is that it? No, I think it's 4936. Based on the story, because there were 4 of us that went to the campsite. I think it is 4936. That's right, you cracked it. Next is the 3rd puzzle, it'll be the last puzzle, also it might be the hardest one. Good luck, haha. Okay. If you scare me again. See, I'm smart. I'm sometimes smart. You know where all my skill points went to my booba, but I can be smart sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time. Don't get high expectations, no. No, I see high expectations, no. Don't. Okay? Don't. Am I gonna get jump scared again? I'm gonna get captured by the demon already now. Oh, look. And that student. No, this can be a little senior. I'll call to this as who did this. What if I do? Now I will run back to the next camp. What? What? Huh? I don't get the ending. You're telling me one of the senior students killed the other student. Look. I know I talked a bit through it and that sort of stuff, but I get the idea that, like, it's a less camp as a test. And the idea is, like as we call it ontgroening in the Netherlands. I don't know if it's an English term, but I get the idea that it's supposed to be scary, of a myth. Uh,
Hazing.
I don't think it's called hazing, but like okay. But I get the idea of like that it's supposed to be a scary story, of a myth that happened last year to like feel you on ease because you have to go through the forest at the dark. Like, I think the game does most of the things well, like telling you the story, giving you inner dialogue between cutscenes, making a scene because the scene is clear. Last year, a student went missing. This is your last final test. You have to go through the dark in the camp. But you notice that something is off, and that sort of stuff with the seniors, and that's that thing of like the old story. Oh, you know what I miss now? You know how you do the inner dialogues in between us, like you being the last student that has to go through the test and that sort of stuff? If you had that at the ending, I think this will be a perfect game. Perfect, like, just perfect. I missed it now because I don't know why I have a bad ending. Like, I don't know why I have the bad ending. So, like, my intuition is to go back, to all the other seniors. But apparently that's the bad ending. So you know where I get? Like, there's like an unclarity on what the bad ending means. And I don't know, the good ending, that's for you to discover. Because if you want to play the game, link is at the top of the description down below. Or at the top of this video description down below. While you're down there, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And mighty all, see you in game number 2. Does it work? I put everything at low. But welcome to Nanny. Because even, like, look, I could get pregnant of like a water species, a fire species, or an egg-laying species like dragons or insects, and that sort of stuff. And I can, like, bear, I give birth to the most children on the planet as goddess of reproduction. But even as the goddess, you need a nanny sometimes, so let's find out when to play this game if it works. I keep an eye on FPS. Look for your parents. Is this? Is this? Huh, it might be AI generated. Might. I'm not sure. Since it looks like the shoe is like merging into the ground a bit. But like the thing is like, I'm not gonna lie. Like nowadays, especially, like a lot of people like so sometimes people, like sometimes I'm scrolling on Twitter in the morning or in the evening, and I see an art piece coming by and people claim it's AI, and then I just look at that art piece and be like, why is it AI? And then like some people just like point out this and this, and I'll be like, oh, so. Like I want to say, like I want to 1, 2, 3 say that these two are like AI generated, but it might be. No, I don't think it is. But this one, and like this one, I'm not sure about because like of this. But if these two aren't, then why would that one be? What is this like? What the fuck is this? Was that like a toy in a handbag? I think we have the answer, okay? It now looks like she is like the lack of the mother. Hello? Dad and I went out for an important matter. We'll be gone for a couple of days. And Nanny, I called a few days ago, will take care of you. She should arrive around 11. So make sure you open the door for her when she arrives. Remember? Show her respect and above all, oh, don't make fun of her face. She had surgery a few weeks ago. Take care of some mom, dad, and some mom and dad. Okay. Like, if I show me this, then I want to say that, like, you know, it might be that some aren't and some are, but I need to ask, like, my artist friend. What do I do until the nanny comes? Did I break the game? You know what we do then? Control Alt F4. That's the application icon, Elise. Read me text. Of course it doesn't save, like. Welcome to my AI generated image hole. Now it does. Really? Now it does. What happened last time? Hey there. You're supposed to be cleaned, right? Is there no... Is there like a fast text option? Here to keep you company. Let me in, please. Sure. Oh, your face. Ugh. Can you tell me a bedtime story? Otherwise, I can't sleep. No, I don't want. I wonder why I can't sleep. Don't be silly. You're already 7. You're old enough to sleep without a bedtime story. Now go to sleep. Now that I wonder, like seeing this, how many of this will be AI made? You can't tell me. Like, this might be a lot just because of the low settings, but you can... I wonder why I can sleep. I wonder why I can sleep with all this AI stuff around me. You're telling me that if you're 7-year-old and you see that face of that nanny, that you be like, yeah, I'm perfectly fine. Can I now open this? Oh, you're doing a ritual summon. Oh. Hello, nanny. What was it? A nightmare? I need a bedtime story. Why do I have like a light next to my thing? Nanny, 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 wake up. Huh? What's up? Last night I had a bad nightmare, and I'm very scared now. Can you tell me a story? It's late, and we have to eat in a little while. So go to the basement and get some fish from the freezer. Then you'll forget about everything, okay? Is that the basement? Oh, there is now a door. There is now... Heh. It's too dark. I can't see. You know, I tried to grab the light already 10 times. The nanny's gonna even lock me up in the basement. I'll be gone, nanny. You have a normal face now? I can't see. Wait, can I walk on the couch? You still don't have a normal face. You know, everything will be okay. This is like a maze that I have to follow. Fish collected, okay. Okay. I'm pretty sure I didn't forget about anything, Nanny. Nanny, I think the basement is haunted. Sit down. I need to talk to you. You know, in this house there is a story that they have never told you. I wonder, is it related to your face? Your sister, she didn't just disappear. You know? How do you know? What do you mean? What do you mean, weird looking nanny? Stay here. Don't move. Did I just pass out after another nightmare? Hi. Sister? You? Are you alive? Hello? Are you gonna jump scare me? You're gonna jump scare me, aren't you? So, did the sister die by something? You know everything from the beginning, and you're making fun of me? You're a fake. I hate you. Am I another nightmare? How dare you? You're rude, and I'll lock you in the basement as punishment. Not my room. You're just throwing the child down the stairs. What is this game about? Find a way out of the basement. Dearest family, I'm writing this letter because I love you so much. Every day with you has been special. I like it when mommy tells me stories and when my daddy picks me up to kiss me goodnight. And even when I play with my little brother, he always makes me laugh when I try to teach him how to do things. I put my little brother's toy car next to this letter, the one he likes so much. I hope when he sees this he will remember how much I like playing with him and how many laughs we had together. I am not afraid, and even if I feel a little tired, I promise that I will always be in your heart. Even if I'm no longer here, I love the stars so much, and I hope that when you look at the sky, you will think of me and see me smiling along all the lights. I love you so much, and ask you to never forget me with so much. Your little one. Why is the light like gone? Yeah. I found a key. Hello, Nanny. Is she doing the demon summoning again? Boo. Jump scare. No? Hey, boy, you. Look confused. Are you looking for your nanny? Come into my house and we'll talk. No, No. 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 I'll go to bed. Fine, I'll go to a stranger's house. You said earlier if I was looking for my nanny. Do you know where she went? I'm dead, am I? My boy, you know little about that woman. One day she's your friendly, the next day your worst enemy. I don't understand. No, I don't understand anything and this like. You'll find out. Now, go to your room and go to sleep. as if nothing happened. Fine, I'll go to sleep. Like, I think I get an idea of the story, but did you have a real dream again? You know it's useless to try to create a life. Ours ended a long time ago. Uh, like, I felt my idea first, like, oh, there's even all the licenses now. My idea of the story was that, like, eventually that the little sister got killed by the same nanny like years ago, and that sort of stuff. Which might be true, but on the other hand, the sister and the brother are in afterlife, and the brother have a real dream again, as if he tries to create the life again they didn't have, which is technically a sad story now that you think about it. You know, think about all those like victims, of children incidents. They never can have a life. They never can live their youth. No, they are taken away earlier, and I think this game tries to predict that. Like, two kids who got murdered by their nanny, trying to create another life where they get loved and that sort of stuff. But like the only thing that I have to ask is this: like, what? See how much of that was like thing, like how much is like license and that sort of stuff. That might make sense more. That maybe some things aren't and some things did. Like, I'm no art expert. I'm not gonna tell you, but like if you see this, you know, this makes me off. Simply this, as I said, because it looks like she's her leg. Like, and this is just purely because of the shoe. It looks like the shoe is merging into the ground, and he has like 6 fingers, and on the other hand 4, which is like a detail that is like an how do you call that? Yeah, details, basically the same details. If you put 5 fingers on one hand, you put 5 on the other. If you put 4 on the other, you put 4 on the other way. Not 6 on the other, the fourth thing. That's like the only things, because the other two, they might look weird, but like, it's still, I would believe this is definitely art. But yeah, like, it wasn't a game to get into. I don't know how I booked it and that sort of stuff, but I didn't know how they booked it. You can tell me. But yeah, this was the nanny. I think a tragic story told in a really, really, really weird way. But, yeah, a tragic story. So, if you want to play it for yourself, as I said, link is in the description down below. I don't know if this game has multiple endings. I don't think it does. But, yeah, I don't think there's much to say. If you get what I mean. Yeah, your big booba girl has nothing to say. Which is surprisingly weird, huh? Surprisingly weird. Because, like, I think throughout the game, I've been mostly trying to see if I can, like, piece these together. But in reality, like, yeah, yeah, I don't think I should be the one to judge. So, yeah. As I said, this is a new 3 Scary Games. Make sure to like and subscribe, and release your pregnant poly Vtuber Transgirl, or your Vocaloid Vtuber Transgirl, because I'm not pregnant anymore, as you see. If you don't mind the bigger booba size, let me especially know in the comments down below. And if you don't mind, let me also know, and let me especially know why, because as I said, this is currently seen as a test for version 3. And I know that I am the one who's supposed to have the model, and I'm supposed to enjoy streaming with my model. But on the other hand, you are the guys and girls watching me. So if you say, I don't want big booba Elise, then, that, in my opinion, is as much as important as, like, one, as my opinion. But, like, if only one person says no big booba, like, then others say, then that's how it goes and that sort of stuff. But yeah, so let me know while you're down there, subscribing, ring the notification bell. I'm Preggo Elise. I primarily focus on Project Diva and horror, so if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell. And don't forget to check the horror video that I uploaded earlier on the day. It should be going on the Ben Chapter 0 if you're interested in that and that sort of stuff. Because I said primarily focus on horror and Project Diva, but Project Diva is too small to keep growing on, and that's the reason I do horror as a main theme. But I also do a lot of Let's Plays. If you're interested in those, make sure to check out my channel and that sort of stuff. If you want to join any of my socials, they will be linked at the bottom of the video description in my link tree, or you can find my link tree in my channel description. In there, you can find my Discord if you want to stay up to date or talk to me. That's the best place and that sort of stuff. But if you don't use Discord, I also use Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Twitch, and YouTube VOD, and that sort of stuff. So if you want to see when I go live, or, when I see updates, I do post on other platforms, or even the post tab here. So, and that sort of stuff. And as I said, if you want to play any of the games that I played today, they are linked at the top of the video description down below. And with that, I'm going to say, I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you have a wonderful time. Don't forget to check out my Patreon if you want to join the Patreons that I shouted out earlier in the video. And with a special thanks to Yuna and Mr. J for recently joining my Patreon. And as I said, if you want to join them, Patreon is also in my link tree and that sort of stuff. For $3 a month, you can support me and get like shoutouts in videos and early access to videos and that sort of stuff. If you join the Patreon, let me know how you want to be announced on Patreon and that sort of stuff, or in videos. Then I will get to that. And with that, I'm going to say have a wonderful night, have a wonderful week. And mighty y'all, see you in the next 3 scary games. Bye. Bye.